Alright guys, so I got a crazy one for you today. So we're going to be working on the Integra. Just so you all know, this is a SI VTEC 1993 Integra SI VTEC. It is right-hand drive. I'll open it a bit, but it is right-hand drive. We're going to be doing a Stuzy livery with a couple of little different things that I'm putting on it. Like my boy's original branding back here. So let me show you all the stuff I've cut out. All right, guys. So I did cut out some of this stuff. So that's my boy's original branding. The Stuzy stuff. This could be the Stuzy piece on the side. I did already install 2 pieces because I got ahead of myself and I didn't record even though I said I was going to. I'll show you some of the plotting stuff that I'm still cutting. I'm cutting some brand names. But for the most part, I'll show you the car. And this is what I have so far. So original branding. This Stuzy piece on the side. I'm going to be putting a number 84 SMF since this car will compete in SCCA at some point in time this year. That's going to be for the sport modified front wheel drive. And we have a hood piece that we're going to put 2. So it's going to have like a squiggly line coming down to where it says Integra. And then I'm going to put the branding, like different stuff like Toyo, Recaro, stuff like that. And on this side, I'm going to put ZenWorks because we've got to support the channel, right? Kind of like that. If you guys are interested in anything of that stuff, let me know. I'll send it out to you. Just send me your address. Send me a message. Hit me up on Instagram. Just so you guys know, I'll send you out some stickers. Let me know. All right, guys. Let me get back to it. As soon as I start applying, I'll come back and we'll start recording. All right, guys. We're going to apply this piece right here. That's going to be the number in SMF. That's going to go right here. So before I actually cut this stuff out, I came out here with a tape measure. Measured from the top of the door to the bottom of the door. I still need to do that piece right there. But right here, between this body line and the beginning of this other body line, you have about 4 inches. So I did 4 inches, and you could do anywhere up to like 16 to about the middle of the fender or a little bit before. So that's how I measured it out. I measured out the door, and then I put it on my cut software, how big I wanted it, the same as the back. So little things, you guys could do this at home. As long as your cutter could cut the sizes. I was limited to about 24 inches tall, but I can make it as wide as I want, or I can make it as tall as I want, but 24 inches in width. 24 inches, one way or the other, is where I'm limited. So I chose this design, and it's working out pretty great. So if you guys like it, please leave a like. Please follow and subscribe. I have some more content coming out on this car. We got a show coming up, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this ready. Before you put any piece on this car, very important, 91 isopropyl alcohol. Throw it on there. It's not gonna hurt your paint. Get a microfiber towel, clean it off anywhere you're gonna apply. This is gonna take off all the waxes and gum and all the crap you get from being on the road. So, and it makes your paint, I don't know if you can see it, but it has like a little sparkle to it. This is Yas Marina Blue off of BMW, in case you guys wanted to know. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it there. I do a wet apply. So I throw a small mist. Whoa. So here we go. I have a little bottle with some water, just regular tap water, nothing special. Throw it on that little area. It's just a little mist, right? When you got a piece like this, you could pretty much take it apart. Just make sure it all comes off. Sometimes it gets stuck on the transfer paper on the backing. And you could go ahead and apply it. I'll just freehand it on there. Make sure follow your body lines that are right there. And I'll show you once I apply it. Okay guys, this is where I wanted to put it. As you can tell, this is a body line right here. It goes on the bottom of the numbers. So once you got it there, since it's wet, you can lift up on it. It's not gonna stick. Just put some force onto it. You're not gonna scratch the car because we're on top of the transfer paper. You're gonna get these little creases, right? That's where water's right there, no big deal. On bigger pieces right now, I'll show you, if you do get a big line like that, how you cut it for stress relief. I'll show you how to do that. I'm not the greatest, but I could do enough to do it myself. So once you do that, you start bringing this back off. May not want to come out, you hold it. You see, I'm doing it with one hand, so it's not that great. Usually, there you go. That's when it starts sticking, right? So you bring it off. Same thing, use your fingers, kind of hold it on there till you get it started. The transfer paper I'm using is pretty rough. I don't think I'm using the medium tack. I'm using like a really tacky paper, so it's a little bit harder. Sometimes it's easier if you use like the paper backing, but I wanted to use a clear tape. That way I could see exactly where I'm taking it off. So you see this one kind of came off on its own. It's pulling a little bit on the top, no big deal, it's because it's wet. I did use an extra piece of paper there. So this is coming off. There it is. Usually I'll get the microfiber, and this is how I'm gonna do it, because as you squeegee this out, it lets liquid out, so you wanna dry it. So I'm just putting pressure on it. Nothing crazy, but just going over the sticker or the vinyl, right? I used the flat black, and I used the little yellow that's gonna match the wheels. All right, so that's on there. Extra step, you could get a little butane torch like that one. Hit it with some heat, not very close, don't stay on it too long, just real quick. And press down on it again, and that'll help anything on the bottom to dry. And that's it. Pretty much that's how you apply the sticker, but I'll show you how I do the rest. I don't know, hopefully you guys like that. All right, man, I'll show you the rest in a bit. All right, guys, same thing. I'm gonna be putting on the hood graphic. Spray it some. Just make sure it's wet. I mean, not soaking, but this thing does a very small mist, so I don't know if you can see it. But I did already wipe down all the hood. This bigger piece, just because the hood's flat, it's so much easier. So I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna get my squeegee and just lay it all the way up. So I'll show you guys once I do that. All right, guys, so I got my squeegee while I was holding it, and I just did the middle like that. So now all I gotta do is come do the sides. Nothing special. Don't be afraid to do it. I mean, it's wet, so you can still lift it up. Once you squeegee, it's a little harder, but I mean, no big deal. You can see the water kind of coming out, but same thing as how I put that side sticker. So I'll finish it off and I'll show you how it looks. All right, guys, so I put it on. So it's just a big squiggly mark. I was gonna put something over there, which was the banner, but I decided it just looks clean this way. I'm gonna end up putting some sponsorship people here, some parts I use, stuff like that. It's gonna be like 12 inches on flat black across. I'll show you when I'm done. Let's start on this side. Show you how it's looking. I think it looks pretty good. Some places I think I could have done a better job, you know, just placement wise, like on this thing right here. Maybe if I would have put it like right here to cover more of this area, but it is what it is. Thinking of doing a roof piece, I'm not sure. I'll probably put some little branding on the back. Just, you know, why not? So blank canvas, we're gonna start with this one. I'll show you once I get done. All right, so this is how I said you get stress cuts where you're gonna try to apply this and it's not gonna let you, right? It's gonna start folding up. you're gonna start getting like bubbles and stuff. So right here, I'm gonna cut and get a stress relief. So this could fold nicely down and this will be sealed. Same over here. I'm gonna have to do a stress cut here. Maybe one here for the top here, up here, and right here. So just so you know, it makes it a lot easier when you know these things instead of trying to just apply everything all at once. But hopefully it helps you. All right, guys, so I did finish it off. Sorry I didn't film a lot more. I just got kind of busy and started doing it. I'm not very good at keeping up with the filming. Turn that off. So that's what I put in the back. Right now, I'm gonna put these yellow speeds on. So that's why I have it up in the air, but I'll post some more pics. I have an event coming up, SCCA event in a couple of days. That's where I'm gonna take some more pics, a little bit more video added to the actual video. All right, guys, see you later.